blended therapy. Thank you all for your support last week. I came through my migraine, as I do. There's a pattern, I'm familiar with it. And I'm back, it's a new week. And, there's Muppet looking for the sun. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to say this morning because in the last 15-20 minutes a whole load of stuff has just gone through my mind, and I feel I need to share with you where I am. So I've been getting a lot of messages recently about the need to have fun, to be more playful. This is a topic, a subject that I've always struggled with for as long as I can remember. I have a real tendency to take life and myself much too seriously, which in itself is a criticism, a self-criticism. And then this morning, I had this really clear memory, awareness of somebody saying, and parent, teacher, it's potentially an amalgam of lots of authority figures in my childhood, but say being specifically told, stop being silly, pay attention, possibly even grow up. And it's connected on a really deep level with me because something has just clicked, which is that my deeply held belief that having fun and being silly is something that is okay at the right time in the right place, but is not the way to live one's life, isn't actually my belief. It's something that I was given. And one thing about me that I have been aware of for a long time is that I'm a rule follower, and I obey the rules. So that's where I am this morning, finding my way into perhaps a new way of relating to what having fun and being silly and playful and childish can mean. And since it seems that we're on a bit of a journey here together, which is the way it's evolved, I'm sharing it with you. And it's also reminded me of a quote. So I've dug out the book. Vanda Scaravelli, who inspired the type of yoga that I practice and teach. I'll share the whole quote afterwards in a comment, but right at the beginning of her book, which is called Awakening the Spine, she says, why are we doing yoga? And the bottom line is, she says, we do it for the fun of it. To twist, stretch and move around is pleasant and enjoyable, a body holiday. There is an unexpected delight in meeting earth and sky at the same moment. And even that is something I've tended to struggle with. Do I do yoga because it's fun? Doesn't feel like a good enough reason. So that's where I am on this beautiful sunny morning with my little dog Muppet beside me. If you can see her, I'm not sure she's in shot or not. And she reminds me every day of what it is to do things for the sheer joy of it. So that is something that I want to take from this period of stillness, this period of lockdown, is to really start allowing myself to have fun and to realize that having fun from doing something is actually a reason for doing it. It's not a possibly acceptable byproduct as long as you've ticked all the right boxes first. And before all of this appeared for me, I felt that we were going to come back to the alternate nostril breathing for the next few days, because I know several people have been finding that really helpful. And it feels relevant still, because I mean, it's always relevant, but particularly in this situation, because again, it's about balance. It's about left brain, right brain. And that feels really relevant to this concept of bringing in fun and enjoyment, even to the things that we are doing for other reasons as well, or because we have to. So if none of that resonated with you, just let it all go and bring whatever is right for you this morning to this practice. But if it feels helpful, then do share. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on having fun, being playful, being childlike. But for now, I invite you to come into your body, to connect with your feet. Let me just find the position so you can see my hands as well. There we go. So find the position that works for you. So the dog is also getting comfortable, if you can hear her deep breathing. Letting your feet connect into the ground beneath you. Your sitting bones rest down. And between that connection into the earth of your feet and your sitting bones, maybe starting to find a sense of release around the spine, the base of the spine. Maybe a little tiny awareness of growth, of expansion, of lifting, of space between each of the vertebrae, from the very base of the spine all the way up through until it maybe reaches the very tip of the spine, the base of the skull, making space all the way along for the breath to come and go. And if you don't feel that, don't worry, just let it go. Trust that your body is adjusting and releasing just as it needs to today. Bring your awareness to your breath. Letting your hands rest on your knees or your thighs, palms up, just in a relaxed, comfortable position to start with. However they naturally come in that palm upright posture. And tune into your breath for a few moments. Not trying to change it or to breathe in any particular way, just noticing how the breath feels, whether it's fast or slow, deep or shallow, and where in your body you feel it most strongly right now. And then after a few breaths, when you feel that you've settled into the position, into this practice, open both palms more widely, so you really feel the palm itself open and spread like a flower blossom opening up to the sun. And if, like me, you're sitting in the sun, that becomes even easier to do. And for a few breaths, keep those palms wide open, not in a way that you're straining, but just so it really feels as if the palm of the hand is opening rather than the fingers straining apart. And notice the breath with your hands in this position. And then when you feel ready, at the top of an inhalation, gently bring all the fingers of each hand together until the tips of each of the 4 fingers connect with the thumb on that hand, closing the bud of that lotus blossom, that tulip flower. And again, breathe, noticing how your breath is moving now, how it feels. Not in an analytical way, but just out of curiosity, with a sense of fun. And then when you feel ready, at the top of another inhalation, let the fingers of the left hand open. And as you exhale, open the fingers of the left hand and inhale, keeping them open. And exhale, keeping them open. And for a few breaths, really focus on the left side of your body. Notice how the breath moves through your body now. Perhaps there's an awareness of it moving more or even completely through the left nostril, filling the left side of your body with every inhalation, resting the left side of your body with every exhalation. And you may want to take your awareness through the body with the breath, or you may simply want to rest, watching the experience. And if your hands find it hard to maintain this position, particularly the closed position or the open one, simply imagine that they are doing so perfectly and free from discomfort, and you will receive the same benefits. And when you feel ready, at the top of another inhalation, allow the fingers of the left hand to draw together again, like the closing of that bud. And in the little pause before the exhalation begins, let the right hand start to open, unfurl, blossom, until the exhalation is released through the right side of the body. Staying with that for as many breaths as feels right to you. Being aware of the breath flowing through the right nostril, filling the whole of the right side of the body, and allowing it to rest as you exhale through the right nostril. And if you feel that you like this way of doing it with several breaths with each side, you can continue swapping the hands after a few breaths. Or you can move to alternating with each breath. And if you choose to do that, at the top of another inhalation, bring the fingers of the right hand together. And in that little space before the breath releases, exhale, releasing the left hand. Inhale through the left hand and exhale. Inhale, exhale, releasing the right hand. And inhale. Exhale, releasing the left hand. Inhale. Close the left hand, release the right hand, exhale. Inhale. Close the right hand, release the left hand, exhale. Inhale. And you can continue with this form of breathing for as long as feels comfortable for you. That may be enough, in which case release the hands to a comfortable, easy position and simply return to your own natural, easy breath. Or if you find it helpful, you can sit with me for a few minutes more. Simply letting the breath move through one side of the body and the other. And then on the next exhalation, release your hands if you haven't already done so. And sit with the breath for a few more moments. Noticing how it feels to breathe through both nostrils together, through the whole body. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As always, feel free to sit here and to continue to breathe, to be in your body for as long as feels right for you. Or if you feel the time is right for you to move on, get on with your day. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.